Hello, I'm Jonathan Milam here with a trumpet review today, and the trumpet that I would like to review is a Cannonball Lynx. Cannonball Lynx. Very interesting. If you look at the logo or the hallmark on this fine B-flat trumpet, you see that it was made in Germany, and you'll also notice that it's made by Cannonball Musical Instruments, Salt Lake City. My understanding is that Cannonball gets their parts from B&S, which is a large, well-respected brass company in Germany, and it is assembled in Salt Lake City, I believe. That's my understanding. I could be wrong on that. This is a lightweight bell, semi-round tuning slide, heavyweight resonance receiver is the way they mention it, and I don't have a real sharp recorder here, but if you can see, they use what they call lightweight braces here, and they use these lightweight braces, of course, near the mouthpiece receiver, linking it to the bell. They also have the same thing here for the main tuning slide, linking it the bell area, and also on the main tuning slide, if you can see that. Very attractive, very nice, even playing trumpet. And while they do call it a lightweight bell and a somewhat tighter receiver than their normal lineup of horns, I don't find it tight at all. In fact, I've played many Bach Strad 37s with a 25 lead pipe, which I would definitely say are tighter than this. I'm not a heavy wind guy, not a big wind mover, but in fact, cleaning the horn with the pieces that I use just did not seem large at all. However, I don't doubt that it is somewhat smaller and a little more restrictive blow than some of the other horns that Cannonball puts out. This is the first Cannonball trumpet I've had. It is very impressive. I've had B&S made horns before, but never with the B&S brand. Like Cannonball Instruments in the LA area of the United States, they make many different horns which are badged by different companies. B&S does as well. I've had, I believe, 3 F. Schmidt horns, which B&S used to make for a large music company in Houston and Dallas. H&H Music is what it's called in Houston. I forget what it's called up in Dallas. But B&S made them very fine horns, really nice horns. This horn seems to be a little more enjoyable to play. However, this horn shows almost nowhere at all. College student bought it, didn't keep it long, but he did keep it in tremendous condition. The valves on this instrument are fantastic, like Getzen, which is as fine as I've ever had. The blow of the instrument is very fine, certainly not a lightweight tinny horn, but having said what I've said, I did want to mention, you kind of feel like this is a somewhat heavy finger button. It's got some nice engraving on the bottom, nice engraving on the top caps here, as well as the bottom caps. This horn did come with 3 heavyweight caps and lightweight. They're all the same size, but I believe there's a little more weight on what they call the heavyweight caps. Great compression as you'd expect, and the valve feel is as good as I've ever had. Semi-precious stones, which is kind of a Cannonball trademark. They often put a weighted semi-precious stone here, but not on this horn. And Winston Byrd, you can find some videos of him, at least 2 I know, on YouTube playing this horn. Tremendous player. I'm not sure if he worked with Cannonball to produce this horn or if he just endorsed it after it was made, but he sounds tremendous on it and certainly seems to use it very well. I, on the other hand, do my best. Okay, we'll give you an idea. I always like to know when someone's making a sound plate, what they're using. This is a Warburton 7M cup. I've got a 7 back bore, and then I've got a 5 sleeve on it. But very much a C cup, which I usually don't use, trying to go a little more mainstream, give you an idea. I'll try some other mouthpieces later, but with the C cup we should get a brighter sound than I sometimes get. And while this does have a lightweight bell, I think you'll find the tone very pleasing. At least that's been my feeling about it. So the Cannonball Lynx will try and give you an idea the sound of the horn at this time. sounds good to you. I have been very impressed with this horn. Now I'm going to put in a deeper mouthpiece. It is a trumpet flugel type, not a huge throat, but a definite large V-cup, patterned really more after a, I think, French horn mouthpiece perhaps than even a flugel, my feeling. And lastly, we'll use a much shallower V-cup with a very tight back bore. And if I were playing lead, I don't consider myself a lead player by a long shot, but if I were playing lead, this is probably the setup mouthpiece I'd use with this horn. Cannonball Lynx, made by Cannonball Musical Instruments in Salt Lake City, and I'd say a tandem effort. At least the parts, we believe, are by B&S, a great company in Germany. Middle of the afternoon, earlier than I like to play, but we'll try and give you an idea of the upper range, what you can do with that. There you get an F, a G above high C. Great playing trumpet. Really a fine feel to the instrument. Great valves, great slides, great feel overall. This is a Cannonball Lynx. Thanks for checking it out. Have a great day, and as always, God bless.